All right. Boruto. Boruto. Two blue vortex. Okay. All right, we're good. I didn't know if it was live or not for a second. Anyway, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, chapters 31 and 32. Let's get right into it. All right, buddy. Chapter 31, shut up. Let's go. Okay, we left off, well, everybody else left off somewhere else because I didn't read the last chapter in time. So I'm just doing both of them in one go today. Left off with the guy that was accusing Shikamaru of being underhanded. Koba, I believe his name is, being overtaken by um Inojin, and then meeting a bunch of Mamushis outside on the roof because Kash and Koji was about to have him jump off that bee. But anyway, let's see what's about to go on. Now you've annoyed me. Let's kill him, all the Mamushis say. And so there's a good amount of these guys here, so I'm gonna assume that their intelligence level is not the highest at the moment. Because every time that he splits, his intelligence level gets lower, even though his power stays around the same. Let's kill him. Which, if we're being honest, they ain't gotta be that smart. If they're the same strength as just one Mamushi, like they should probably wipe the floor with 90% of the people in the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex comic. Manga, excuse me. Let them do the rest, Kashin Koji says through his toad. Go on, undo the mind transfer and release Kobu. Are you serious? This guy's a civilian. I told you, Inojin, there's no room for debate. Hurry up and get out of Kobu's body. If you don't, and Kobu is killed, you'll die along with him. That's how the jutsu works. You think I don't know that? It's just... And now the Mamushi's jumping at him. He's like, ooh. Inojin, undo it now. And he dodges out the way. Oh, Kashin Koji's looking like, he's about to F it up. Damn it, so sluggish. This body can't move at all. And Mamushi's side-eyeing, looking like... Yeah. Stop right there, Inojin. What are you doing? Shut up. If I can't protect someone under such conditions, I don't deserve to call myself a shinobi. All right, Mr. Scout's honor. Even though this guy about to F up everything y'all got going right now. I hope Inojin's okay. He better reconnect us all soon. Otherwise, I have no idea what's going on outside, Ada says. Why don't you just look using your Sarangan like you usually do? I think that's a pretty obvious answer to that, my brother. Her brother, I should say. And that's because she's afraid that Mamushi gonna jump into her vision again like he did that one time and spook the hell out of her. She used it and then looked up, or this is her thinking back. Watch, you're watching, aren't you, Ada? Our eyes met the one time I watched that geezer. He could definitely see me. I suspect he can gather intel from looking into other people's eyes. He has that special ability. In addition to multiplying like crazy, if I were to use Senragon right now, he'd know exactly where I am. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what he wants. And then we come back outside, we see Delta and Sarada. They're looking down from the rooftop, seeing all these damn Mamushis on the goddamn floor. Hey, we've shown ourselves openly, so where is that wench? One of the Mamushi says. Are you sure she's here in this village? Relax. She takes one look at us and she's done. We'll know where she is. So how much longer is it gonna take, eh? So my question at this point in the chapter is he gonna use this eye ability on someone else to figure out where Ada is? Or does it only work if she's using the Senragon and he looks in her eyes? But anyway. One of the Mamushi slaps fire out the other one. Oh shit. And freaking yo, Delta and Sarada are like ... question mark? What the hell going on down there? Eep, a random says. Shut up, you damn bug. What do you think you're doing, you idiot? As one of the Mamushi slaps him. Shut up, you want to die too? They about to start fighting each other, yo. That's madness. The heck is up with them, Delta says. Sarada's just in disbelief, really. Their intellect has dropped so low, they've become an irrational mob. And this dude's spitting fire at the other Mamushi. This is bad. Run! The other civilians or I don't know if they're shinobis. They just look like civilians to me. Running away. They should have been ran away. Anyway, tell me, Shikamaru. Now we're back to okay, Sai. What are you up to? Is Inojin safe? And Shikamaru just looks. He got the sweat bead coming down. He's like, known in his mind. No, Inojin is absolutely not safe at all. Actually, our foe is the divine tree being Mamushi. His target isn't Konoha. It's Ada. That's news to me. Where's this intel from? Listen, Sai, I don't have time to explain it all to you. I'm in charge of running this interrogation, so answer me, Shikamaru, before it gets ugly. Ooh, who wins in a fight, Shikamaru or Sai? I might lean Sai. I might lean Sai. I feel like his powers are a little bit, more versatile. No, you understand this, Sai. I get your concern for Inojin, but we are shinobi first and foremost, before we are parents, especially during an emergency. The safety of the village and all of its citizens is our priority. Sai looks at him like, oh, you mother. And then he closes his eyes and he says, so first sand and now this. Another top secret mission? And he is giving Shikamaru the stare of death in this freaking chapter, yo. Shikamaru side eyes him back. Tell me what you need me to do. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you're right. This is him having a fight back with his original self that was less caring about individuals and more about it's all about the greater good of the village. That was always Sai's kind of character at the end of the day. Wow! Ow! The civilians are falling and in the streets and shit. Like, people can't run. This is a fictional story. And so Mamushi stops and looks down at him. And he goes to smash one of the civilians. Is that what's going on here? Oh no, he's jumping over it? Or he was about to, but he gets stopped by none other than Sarada and her Mangekyo Sharingan. Mangekyo Sharingan Ohirume. Alright. Whoa, what the? And it's like gravity is like pulling all of them up in the air. What's with those spheres? And he's looking shocked. And she's looking like she's doing her big one right now. This is your doing. And she looks over. Yo, this chapter is full of side eyes, my guy. Oh. And so she has all of them up in the air. All right, I think we get it by now. Wow, in one fell swoop, Delta says, but not all of them. Orihume's gravitational force can only affect objects that I'm able to see with my own eyes. Gotcha. All right then. In that case, any you miss, and she's like, she sees a couple in the distance, I'll take care of. And she zooms off. Boom, kicks one of them in the side of the face. Boom, kicks another one on the side of the face. Oh, this one knows that she's coming. Zing, laser eyes on your bitch ass. Sends that one flying. Now she drops down on some that are just like lollygagging, it seemed like. Poof. She got her freaking ninja tool feet going right through their faces. She's not playing with these fools. Sarada's. We get a close-up look on Sarada, and her right eye is starting to bleed, which means she's about to use her power. She does, and she puts all the Mamushis into my bad. She puts all the Mamushis into a ball, and they pop. That's crazy. Sarada's in the sky. She's coming down slowly. Her head is hurting. Sarada, are you okay? With her little bloody eye. Oh, she gone blind already? She just unlocked this shit. She didn't just unlock this shit, but actually, yeah, she unlocked it at the end of part 1, actually. So we don't really know how often she's been using the Mangekyo, but I feel like she hasn't really had a reason to use it that often. But she's already going blind in her right eye, as we can see with this very blurry panel of Delta. Yeah, I'm fine. We come back to Inojin Kobu, and he's getting roughed up on the roof. Mamushi coming in to give him a final blow. Pause. And he gets up. Yeesh, I never thought you'd be this obstinate. Kash and Koji says to Inojin, huff, huff, crap, at this rate. Someone snapping in Inojin's face. Snap, snap, snap. Inojin wakes up in his actual body. Oh, get a hold of yourself and move on, since he's done for, Kash and Koji says to her. He wakes back up in Kobu's body and he's surrounded by Mamushi. What? You forcibly released my jutsu? Oh no, this is just Kobu waking up there. Oh my god. Poor man, kind of. How could you? Talk later. Restore the mind transformation first. I'm worried about our friends. And Inojin's kind of like, damn, you not wrong. What am I doing here? Who are you? What do you want? Is Kobu done for you? Mind transmission formation. Zoop. Lord 8th. Inojin. Where's Lord Kobu? Up on the roof. He's being attacked by Mamushi. Hurry. And it yokes him up by the shirt. Ugh. Eep. Yeesh. What a punchable face you've got. Hehehe. You're one to talk. Can't have you die too quickly. I need to get my anger out. And then, bursting through the door, Shikamaru inside. Lord Kobu! Shikamaru's like, oh, shit. That's how he looking. Oh! And they setting this boy afire. Cackle, cackle. Damn it! They're too late? He getting set afire? No. It's none other than Boruto jumping into the scene to save the day. He comes in, swipe with his sword, and chops all the Mamushi's bald heads off. The top of their head. He scalped these fools. Boruto! Shikamaru says. And Boruto aura farming with the karma. And yeah, he's sucking all the fire into the karma. Which, maybe now that he saved Kobu's life, maybe he'll have a change of heart here. Or maybe not. He seems kind of like a hard ass. Kobu's just surprised. He don't know what the hell's going on still. He can't believe that Boruto's in front of him. Sai, take Lord Kobu to medical. Now, grab onto me. Are you alright, sir? What were they? Those were divine trees. Now do you understand that we must deal with this stat? Please let me do my job, Shikamaru says. Yeah, put this fool in his place, Shikamaru. Fine, do what you must. However, my investigation into you isn't over, Nara Shikamaru. You better not think you can sweep this under the rug. And Boruto just looks at this fool like, are you a fool or not? After it all comes to light, we of the Land of Fire shall take whatever action is necessary. You better remember that, or you best remember that. Shikamaru is just like ... He looking at him. Boruto looking at him. Sproing. I'm guessing he had a toad that jumped off him just now. Yeah. Oh, the toad jumps off of Kobu. And Boruto's looking down at the toad. Yeesh. Kashin Koji says, was this pure coincidence, or did you know that I'd save Kobu? Boruto says to Kashin Koji. That's interesting. Oh, so, I don't know. It seems like coincidence to me. You might not consider this an answer, but in my personal opinion, that man needs to die. Yo, Kashin Koji don't give a F, yo. I gotta respect it. Anyway, listen up. Oh, listen up, all. The mind transmission formation is back up. But just to pause on that for a second, in my opinion, it seems like Kashin Koji knows that no matter what, if Kobu's walking around and he's interfering and he's curious about what's going on, he's going to be a thorn in their side eventually. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the reason why he's like really not trying to give up on this. Let's get Kobu out the situation. Listen up, all. The mind transmission formation, this is a stupid name, is back up. Is everyone okay? Shikamaru says. Oh, thank heavens, Shika dear. Ada says. We're fine over here. How are things outside? They've multiplied a lot in the last few minutes. There are at least 200 of them, maybe more. Lord 8th. A bunch of the Mamushi have turned into a mob, likely from a big drop in their intellect, Sarada says. Gah! And Chocho's bopping them with her big fist. Team 10 here. We're currently fighting some of those rogues, but there's no end to them, Shikadai says. Our chakra is quickly draining. Okay, alright, in that case, we'll have to go with our last resort, Shikamaru says, which is nothing complex. Just lead the Mamushi to Ada's location. Ada's like, what? They'll likely all show up, every last one of them, since they've gone stupid. If we focus all of our battle strength here, we can destroy them all at once, Shikamaru says. Hold on a sec, Ada says. Did you just say that? Did you? Yeah. You're going to abuse me as bait? I see. Why not? It's simple. It's nice and simple. In fact, we should have gone with that in the first place. Damon says to be continued, but not really because we're getting right into the next chapter, chapter 32. I'm gonna take a little sip of my tea right here, and we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling. All right. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, chapter 32. And we got Damien looking like a demon on the cover. Let's get right into it. What did you just say? To leave these intruders alone? That's right. Listen, they're supposed to start moving real soon. We've been ordered not to stop them. The ninja that are on the scene are like, what do you mean we're not supposed to stop them? Roger, thanks. Keep watching for any civilians who haven't gotten out. You hit me first, scum. And so the Mamushi are still fighting each other, which is stupid. Did not, I'll kill you. Yeah, try it. Hey, you, Boruto. Relax. We're conceding. There's too many of you. You'll just outlast us. Huh? So we're gonna share Ada's location. Ooh, he gets all bug-eyed. No pun intended. Oh, over this way. Follow me. Wow, these niggas are stupid. He freaking starts flying. Woohoo! For real? I'm not gonna lie. I get that they're stupid, but this dialogue is so silly, bro. Anyway, we cut to the forest, and yeah, it's a bunch of them getting led there. They're starting to. Oh, I didn't even realize they could fly. They could fly this whole time, and they've been running through the streets. Anyway, they're all moving out in the same direction. Here too, every single one of them is heading due east. Mr. Amato, how? There are several possible explanations. It may be that they can share visual or auditory information with each other, or like the pads of pain. Excuse me. A single collective consciousness? She says. Everyone assemble in sector A East. I'll meet you there with the Mamushi in tow, Boruto says. Alright, let's keep going. And Boruto's flying through the air. It literally looks like a bunch of little fur balls falling on him through the air because they got that that fur piece that they be wearing. Hey, a piece of friendly advice, Boruto says. Concerning Ada's little brother Damon. What are you about to tell freaking Mamushi about Damon? Anyway, so it cuts to Ada, and she's got Damon on her back. He's her bodyguard. He protects her. He has limitless superhuman strength. He's demon-like his name. Demon-like his name. Okay, so why is he saying this? Damon, Mamushi says. No matter what you plan to do with Ada, you can't avoid dealing with Damon. You get me? Like, this man turned British for a second. You get me? It's all too obvious that you'll face Damon's fury. If you devour Ada without doing something about him, Mamushi just looks like, I don't know, this guy seems like he's spitting. So I suggest taking that Damon out first. That's what I'd do. And Mamushi's eye opens a little bit. He's like, yeah, you know, he might be telling the truth right here. And then we cut back to the tree that the original bug is sitting in. For some reason, I know quite a bit about him. That damn brat. Yeah, because original bug was shook of that fool. It's his palms. He's dangerous. When both his palms are touching someone else, that little devil can reflect all sorts of things. If he senses even the slightest intent to kill, he interesting. I feel like Boruto's really just trying to get information out of Mamushi about Damon, since he knows that Bug has a prior relationship with him. Totally knows about Damon's ability. Or he didn't know. He didn't know that he knew, so he was gathering the info about him. Hey, he totally knows about Damon's ability. The divine tree must be instinctually accessing Bug's memory. Cause I knocked out a bunch of his teeth, Damon says. That's funny. Bug be looking a little toothless, don't he? About 200 total approaching from all directions, Inojin says. Every Mamushi is converging around Boruto. While I don't... Okay, good. It's going as planned, Shikamaru says. While I don't know how they'll act towards Damon, I doubt they'd flee with Ada standing before them. Nah, they're not gonna escape, Kawaki says. Not a single one of them. We're almost there. Sarada, how many Mamushi can you round up at one time with the Ohirume? I feel like if she does that, she gonna pass the fuck out, yo. Probably 30. No, I think I can do 50. Listen up, everyone. First, go all out to shave their numbers. Once there are fewer than 50, I'll give the signal to wipe out the rest in one fell swoop with Ohirume. Sarada, you preserve your chakra until then. Okay, seems like a decent plan. Roger. In case of missed targets, Kawaki and Himawari, since you can strike wide swaths, have your big hands ready. Your big attacks handy. Big hands ready is crazy. Almost there. Are y'all ready? Boruto says as he pulls up with an army of Mamushi. Mamushi sees Ada in the distance. Woo! This freaking freak bull. Yo, this is nuts. Yeah, these freaking things, yeah. They freaking going headstrong into her. Fly, sis, fly, Damon says. Gross. She jumps up into the sky and like a string, they look almost snake-like. Have you ever seen a sea of fish and how they all moving in the same direction? It's very similar to that. There's a good docuseries called Hive or something like that. That's very interesting about how hive minds in nature kind of work, and that's kind of like exactly how it looks like this is being depicted here. Anyway, let's continue. No. As Mamushi is trying to catch up to Ada. Out of my way, one Mamushi says to another. And Konohamaru is looking surprised. You, move, I'm first. No, I'm first. They're fighting each other, Damon says. The fools. And so she's just flying around. They trying to catch her. Aye, she yells as one gets very close and grabs her heel. And now, that's crazy. He got like the ninja tool stuff coming out of the arm. The arm is just kind of going like this, and then he got coming around like he's about to chomp her leg off. Ah, idiot. He got reflected after all. Yeah, so Damon insta reflects his ass and sends him flying. Then again, since their intention isn't to kill you, I can't reflect them unless they come after you directly like that last one did. Okay, thanks for the exposition, Kishimoto, or whoever. Their flight speed is greater, so they'll catch up eventually. All right, can you go low? I'll face them on the ground, Damon says. Pop, and he jumps off her back, and he's about to insta-reflect all of them. He jumps off, boo, sends a bunch of them flying. They also go boop, boop, boop into each other like some dominoes. Boom, 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 kicking their heads off their shoulders. Okay. Bunch of them fall to the ground. Damn, Brett. And his face looks punched in. That's because it did get punched in. Or reflected in, I guess. That's crazy. He basically caving their skulls in from the front. And yeah, so Damon's just, this is a weird looking panel, this next one. We cut to Himawari, Shikadai, and Cho-Cho, and they're all like, whoa. And so Damon stops a couple of them, but more of them are just flying past him now. So they're targeting Ada, obviously. They're starting to go towards her. And Damon's like, not on my watch. And he jumps past and kicks one in half. And then, yeah, he takes half of his body and chucks it at the other ones. Are you guys even trying? You ain't getting anywhere with her without taking care of me first. And they all look, and then one yells, die, brat. Imbeciles. And so he kicks his legs up in the air and just starts deflecting all these fools and popping all their heads, which is nuts. Damon is freaking P, bro. For real, bro. Wow, they're going down in droves, Delta says. We're already at almost half of the original 200, all in less than a minute. Watch it, fools. Don't fall for his taunts. I feel like as they wipe more of them out, the intelligence is going to start to come back, and it's going to become harder once they get down to like the last 50 that Shikamaru was talking about. And so we cut to Boruto. He slices a bunch of their faces in half. Dumb as they are, don't give them time to think. Come on, let's wrap this up. Not Shikamaru, Boruto says. And oh shit, my guy with the snakes pulling up. He in sage mode. Boom, 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 boom. He taking him out with his snake tendrils or whatever. My guy, that's been drawing this now. I forgot his name off top. I'll say it at the end. He's improved so much since the beginning of the story, since the beginning of OG Boruto, but he still has a little bit of trouble, in my opinion, when he is drawing these panels that are a little bit more busy. Your eye kind of has to really scan it to see what's going on sometimes. But overall, you know, especially with the panels with a lot of speed lines and stuff, where it's just focused on one action by one person, I think it's improved a whole lot when it comes to that, as well as the character models. But continuing on, Kawaki got the karma going. He's got his hand out. Boom! Big ass blast. Gah! And Himawaru jumps out through the dust and kicks one of them in the face. 70, 60. Nice guys, keep it up, Inojin says. Shikamaru's like, we're under 50. Go, Sarada! Sarada busts out her Mangekyo Sharingan. And a bunch of them go up in the air. She's using that black hole for the gravity. They all say. Ohirume. I keep wanting to say Orehume. And it sucks a bunch of them in. Did it suck all of them in? I don't think so. It sucks a bunch of them in. And now she's falling out. Is she falling out? Boruto's looking like, what's going on? And so we look at Konohamaru. Konohamaru's like, oh, he's surprised. He's shocked. Question mark, exclamation point. One of the black holes, is going away, but there's still more of them left. And Sarada is falling out the sky. Oh my goodness. Boruto catches her. Sarada! Hey, what's going on? Kawaki says. Question mark, Shikamaru? What is it? What happened? Sarada lost consciousness. Wake up! Ha! I don't know why, but just in this one panel, Mamushi looked like his breath is so hot, bro. Anyway, that Mamushi spawns a bunch of new ones, I think. They're multiplying again, yep. I'd heard it consumes a huge amount of chakra, but Delta, did Sarada already use Ohirume some other time today? Yeah, but it was just the once. Then again, she might seem a bit unsteady afterwards. She did seem a bit unsteady afterwards. Damn it. It was while we were offline. I didn't think it would be this draining, Shikamaru thinks to himself. Whew, that was close. But thanks cuz as a result, you all ignited my innate survival instincts, Mamushi says. Damn it, Kawaki says as he jumps in with the karma up. Pay him no mind. Just keep on multiplying. Not a chance, scum, Kawaki says as he starts blasting him. Or is he sucking in the energy? I'm not sure which exactly he's doing with the karma. Which, again, kind of like what I was saying before, with these, sometimes you still kind of gotta interpret what's going on in these panels, which, if you've read the original Naruto manga, it's so clear what's going on 90% of the time. Until you get to, like, the fourth Great Ninja War, that's when the panels start getting a little bit more busy. You kind of have to figure out what's going on sometimes. But OG Naruto, early on especially, it was so easy to very clearly and concisely see what's going on in every single panel. And I feel like that's still something that this artist struggles with just a little bit. Anyway, so Himawari turns around. She's shocked. Kawaki's shocked. He overheated. Everybody's powers, he can't handle the situation, it seems like. Damn it, he used too much power. Hey, Amato says. Hey, Kawaki, get out of there now. And Mamushi has him pinned down. Big bro, Himawari says. And Delta uses her laser eyes and fries one of them. But the Mamushi low-key taking over right now, I can't lie. Delta is surprised because there's still so many of them. Isn't this kind of turning really bad, Ada says. Boruto, is Sarada alright? Boruto is too busy with his homegirl, his potential love interest, that he's not even focused on the fight, and he's the most powerful person there. Maybe him or Kawaki, probably Boruto though. I don't know. We're currently at around 1,000 and still climbing. Well, this fool's about to be dumb as a bitch. but that's still a lot of them to deal with. I still think that is 100%. Okay, let me finish the chapter. If the chapter ends with Kash and Koji just looking like, see, this is what I was trying to avoid. And yo, 1,000 is pretty nuts, but this is why I'm calling bullshit on them actually being around the same strength as original Mamushi, because if that was the case, 1,000 of them, no matter how dumb they are, they overcome it and they beating these fools. All right, anyway, like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts on the chapter. Let's see where this is going. I don't know how I feel about this arc so far, to be honest. I feel like it's kind of all over the place a little bit. I really like the chapter 30 the most out of this last batch, because Kobu was really putting the heat on Shikamaru. They were getting a lot of stuff from all angles with the Mamushi invading, and then also having to deal with Kobu on the political side. But now it's just like, it feels like it's dragging just a little bit. It feels like this could have ended maybe this chapter or last chapter. But I understand they're trying to add a little bit extra suspense and show that Sarada can't just spam this ability. So let's see where this goes in the next chapter. Let me know your thoughts, and thank you for watching.